Hello and welcome back to your channel. In this lesson, we're going to learn how to do well in the IELTS speaking test. The IELTS speaking test has 3 parts, but today we're just going to talk about part 1. First, I'm going to tell you what happens in this part. Then, I'm going to share some gold tips to help you succeed and some mistakes you should avoid. Ready? Let's start. Part 1 of the IELTS speaking test is the same for both the general training and academic tests. This part is going to take about 4 to 5 minutes. It begins with short introductions. The examiner is going to say their name, and then you're going to say yours. For example, you can say, "Hi, I'm Emma. Nice to meet you." After that, the examiner is going to ask you simple questions about everyday topics, like where you live, your job, your studies, your friends, your hobbies, food you like, sports, or your family. Normally, they're going to talk about 2 of these topics with you. To do well in IELTS Speaking Part 1, you need to focus on 4 main areas: pronunciation, fluency, vocabulary, and grammar. Let's look at each one in a simple but detailed way, so you know exactly what to work on. Number 1, pronunciation. Speak clearly. The examiner needs to understand you easily. You don't need a perfect British or American accent, but you should pronounce words correctly so there's no confusion. Some sounds are tricky. If you mispronounce a word, it's okay to correct yourself. A good way to improve is to record yourself and compare your pronunciation to native speakers. Number 2, fluency. Fluency means speaking without too many pauses or filler words. You don't have to speak fast, just naturally. Using small phrases like actually, you know, or I mean can make your speech sound more natural. Also, try to link ideas with words like because, and, or so. Number 3, vocabulary. Use interesting words. Don't just repeat simple words like good, bad, or nice. Show that you know different words. For example, instead of "I like my job, it's good, my boss is nice," say, "I find my job rewarding, it's stimulating, and my boss is really supportive." Number 4, grammar. Use different tenses correctly. You should mix past, present, and future tenses naturally. Don't say, "I go to Paris last year, it is beautiful." Say, "I went to Paris last year, it was beautiful, and I'll hope to go back." Remember, small mistakes are okay. If you notice one, just keep going. The examiner cares more about clear communication than perfection. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like and drop a comment below. Share your IELTS worries or questions here. Talk about your IELTS concerns and share them here with others. Now, let's see what to do in IELTS Speaking Part 1 to get a high score. First impressions matter in the IELTS speaking test. Examiners assess not just your language skills, but also your ability to communicate naturally. Confidence is key. Walk in with good posture, smile, and maintain eye contact. Instead of nervously staring at the floor when asked, "Tell me about your hometown," respond with enthusiasm. "I'd love to. I'm from Barcelona, a vibrant city famous for its architecture and beaches." Body language, like nodding or gesturing lightly, reinforces engagement. Use phrases like, "That's an interesting question." It makes the conversation flow smoothly, helping you seem fluent even if your vocabulary isn't perfect. Monotone voice can make even advanced English sound dull. Examiners listen for emotional range, so vary your tone. For instance, if asked, "Do you enjoy cooking?" don't reply flatly, "Yes, I cook sometimes." Instead say, "Absolutely, I adore experimenting with recipes. Last week, I made spicy Thai curry, and it was incredible." Don't forget that the excitement demonstrates fluency and makes your answers memorable. Use advanced vocabulary. Basic words, good, bad, nice, won't impress. Prepare topic-specific terms. For hobbies, instead of I like music, say I'm obsessed with classical compositions. Mozart's symphonies are so uplifting. For food, use adjectives like aromatic or mouth-watering. Idioms also boost scores. However, avoid overloading answers with complex words unnaturally. Short responses limit your score. When asked, do you work or study? Don't just say, I study business. Elaborate your answer. I'm pursuing a degree in business administration at the University of Sydney. I specialize in marketing because I'm fascinated by consumer behavior. Aim for 2 to 3 sentences per answer. I'll give you a trick that helps you develop your ideas. Ask yourself the why and the how. For example, after stating a fact such as, I love hiking, explain why. It helps me unwind in nature. Then give an example. Last summer, I trekked the Andes. It was breathtaking. Tip number 5. Give examples. Details make answers vivid. If asked about family, instead of I have a big family, say there are 6 of us. My parents, 2 siblings, and my adorable golden retriever, Max. We are extremely close. Every Sunday, we cook traditional meals together. Examples prove vocabulary range and coherence. Tip number 6. Practice. Preparing common topics such as work, hobbies, travel is essential. Record yourself answering. Describe your favorite holiday. Listen for pauses, repetition, or weak vocabulary. Practice with a timer to avoid rambling. Then, refine your basic answer. Change I went to Paris into my most unforgettable trip was to Paris in 2022. The iconic Eiffel Tower exceeded my expectations, and the cuisine, especially the flaky croissants, was divine. Mock tests with friends help simulate exam pressure. In this section, we'll discuss what not to do in IELTS Speaking Part 1. Using the same tone for every answer makes you sound uninterested. The examiner wants to hear natural speech, like in a normal conversation. For example, instead of saying, yes, I like music, in a flat voice, try, oh yes, I really enjoy listening to music, especially pop songs. Changing your tone shows confidence and makes your English sound more lively. Repeating the whole question before answering takes up time without adding value. If the examiner asks, do you like sports? Don't say, do I like sports? Yes, I like sports. Instead, just answer directly. Yes, I love playing football with my friends. This sounds more natural and gives you more time to give a good answer. Staying on topic is important. If the examiner asks about your hometown, don't start talking about your job or family unless it connects directly. For example, instead of, I'm from Madrid, by the way, I work as a teacher, say, I'm from Madrid, a big city with amazing architecture and great food. This keeps your answer clear and organized. Even if you're not sure about a topic, try to answer. If asked, do you like painting and you've never tried it, say something like, I haven't painted much, but I enjoy looking at art in museums. This keeps the conversation going and shows you can think in English. Talking too fast can make you hard to understand, while speaking too slowly makes you sound unsure. Try to speak at a normal speed, like when you talk to a friend. If you're nervous, take a small breath before answering to help control your pace. Small mistakes are normal, even for native speakers. If you say something wrong, just keep going. The examiner cares more about your ability to communicate than perfect grammar. For example, if you say, I go to the park yesterday, just continue. Don't stop to correct yourself unless it changes the meaning. Staying confident is more important than being perfect. The best way to avoid these mistakes is to practice with common IELTS questions. Record yourself and listen to see if you sound natural. The more you practice, the more comfortable you'll feel in the real test. I hope you found this guide helpful for your IELTS Speaking Part 1 preparation. Remember, the key is to speak naturally, stay confident, and practice regularly. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more IELTS tips. Leave a comment below if you had any questions. I'd love to hear from you. Good luck with your exam, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Keep practicing, and you'll do great.